So Nigel, first of all, we sadly lost Ron Yates last week, a giant of the game and someone who made a big impact on Tranmere during his 3 years as player manager. What are your memories of Ron's time at Prenton Park from when you were growing up as a young Tranmere supporter?
As you rightly say, giant of the game, you know, Liverpool legend, and obviously our player manager, Tranmere Rovers, and our condolences go to all his family and the friends, and hopefully there's good memories about the big man. Obviously as a Tranmere Rovers supporter, when you look back at his that early 70s period, wasn't it? I don't know how long he was in charge for, 2 or 3 years, 4 years maybe, I don't know. But I think the one standout was obviously Tranmere Rovers beating Arsenal at Highbury, 1-0. Was that Ronnie Moore scoring the goal, legend Ronnie Moore. So good memories about the big man, as I say, giant of the game, and I'm sure he'll be fondly missed by many, many people who know him, aware of him, and obviously, as I said, everyone at Tranmere Rovers sends their condolences to the family and friends of big Ron Yates.
Yeah. And having had a chance to regroup this week, what are your thoughts on our start of the season so far?
Yeah, obviously when we look at it, we've only conceded 1 goal, undefeated. Good away victory, the last one away at Carlisle, to back up a good performance away at Port Vale the week before that one. We've obviously had a little issue with a few injuries, only having 4 outfield players on the bench, but we've seen the team spirit, the camaraderie, the quality of football. So having had a real good pre-season, having recruited well throughout the summer period, having kept a group of players from last season, an understanding, a nucleus of the team. As I say, the recruitment departments have recruited well, the football club, controlled over the course of the whole transfer window. And again, signing somebody on the last day of the window. Everyone wants that, don't they? But we've got a group of players, a small group of players is much what we're after. But we've started well, having won against higher opposition through pre-season. I know that it's not about the results in pre-season, it's about trying to the building blocks of what we've got. But we took that into the start of the season. It's a shame that the Wimbledon game was postponed in one way, that we're now playing catch-up in the league. So that will affect the league table in itself, and maybe everybody's perception and understanding needs to be right with that, because it'll be a while before we can play that game at home. And then we've obviously just had the Carlisle away from home. Now we've got Gillingham, the other end of the country. Carlisle up there, Gillingham down there. And then we've got Colchester up there. So we go in north, south, east of the country, and then back on the northwest at home at Prenton Park. But that'll probably be a month before we've played at home. So we're aware of that, but we've got a camaraderie, we've got good players, we've got a team. Together, everyone achieves more. There's an identity, there's a camaraderie with the supporters, there's an affinity, which I think is really, really important. You know, the fans can see that the players are trying, they're going to stand up to things, and we've got quality and we've got goals within the team. And from me, you know, looking forward, we've got a lot of games to go and play, but we've had a positive start to the season, let's put it that way.
And you touched on it, but this is the first time we've sat down since the transfer window closed. How satisfied were you with the business we did during the summer window? Very satisfied. As I said, the most important thing to start off with is to keep the nucleus of the team from last season. So credit to the football for doing that. And then that allowed us to then start pre-season knowing that we had a team to start with. And you can build on that. You can work on many things on the training ground. Because unfortunately, at many football clubs, they start pre-season, you haven't got a clue when you're going to get players coming in, and they normally come after the season starts. And it's always a bit of a mismatch. Now, there's no coincidence that we've had an organised start, a positive start to the season, because we kept the group of players from last season. We've kept them fit through the summer. We've recruited wisely to keep a small squad of players, but improve the quality of the group that we've got. And we've harnessed everybody together. And as I said, from my point of view, great credit to the football club, because there's been a strategy, there's been a plan, and there's been a patient resolve to make sure we do it right within the financial capabilities that we've got. You know, it's everyone talks about financial fair play, and obviously salary cap management is an important thing that everyone needs to be aware of. You know, you can only spend so much, depends on what's coming in, sort of thing. So from our point of view, I think the club have been very, very wise, very shrewd, and putting a strategy in place, and I think we've implemented it well. With many people having a role to play within that, I must say. Obviously, it started at the very top with 𝗦𝗨𝗪𝗧 and 𝗦𝗨𝗪𝗧𝗘𝗏, who obviously are the owners of the football club. So how have you and the group used the weekend without a game to prepare us to go again for another busy run of games over the next few weeks? Yeah, well, last Saturday the Wimbledon game wasn't on, but we were able to play a practice game here at the campus. We've got a real good training facility here.
and obviously we could have an 11v11 game amongst ourselves, and obviously players returning from injury, as I said, I've just alluded to before, we've had a few players not available for selection, but they've been able to train and get themselves back during this off game, this week without a game, but we've been able to then do some good training, rest some of the players who've had a lot of games where we've gone Saturday, Tuesday to recover them, do some good fitness stuff, and obviously try and work on one or two things from a tactical point of view in this town. Say we've got real good coaches here as well. So everybody playing a part, strength and conditioning, medical, coaches, everybody, without naming names, all of the departments working together, all of the players working together, the football club and the supporters all together. So I've been really pleased with what we've gone and done. And now we go to Gillingham, which is going to be a tough challenge. But we go in good spirits. And
you alluded to it there, but have we managed to bring any of the injured players closer to fitness during the breaking games?
Yes, it's been important for us that we've... Sam Taylor's been able to step up his training, so that's really good. Luke Norris has been able to train. As again, we talked about having the training game there. 𝗬𝗢𝗏𝗧, who we brought in from Swindon, and we just touched on the recruitment through the summer. We brought him at the very end. Obviously, he'd not played for Swindon. So again, as I alluded to before, sometimes when you bring players in, they've not had the games. So we've got to get them up to a level of fitness that we're expecting. And Sads has applied himself really, really well. So again, really pleased with that one. Regan Hendry, who missed the Carlisle game, he's now been back in training because of his back. There we go. But from my point of view, I've been really pleased with being able to get a lot of the guys who weren't available back into the fold.
And are you looking forward to getting back to action this weekend as we travel to Gillingham?
Yeah, it's the next game. I've highlighted it. The ambition is promotion. The aim is to win the next game. So this is our next game. This is the one that we're looking at. So it's our preparation. Our focus is on the preparation, our planning, preparation, our training, our organisation. Sun Tzu, know the opposition. Expect the unexpected, what they do, because they're very creative on some of the set pieces that they've gone and scored from as well. So it's kind of like knowing what we do with our identity, understanding as much as we can about the opposition. As I say, Kev Mulligan, Andy Parkinson, Neil Dans, Joe Murphy, Anna Morgan, myself, we all spend a lot of time looking at the opposition, and then we're relaying that to our group on what we can do in and out of possession of the football. So, you know, it's been good, it's been positive, and it's been enjoyable. Even though it's poured down the rain for several of the days. So again, I've just come off the training ground today. The sun's now just come out, but I'm still trying to dry out from a real cracking day's training. It was a cracking day's training, loads of good stuff done, and it was wet.
Just finally then, you touched on Gillingham. They've had a strong start to the season themselves and are 2 points ahead of us in the league, having played one more game. What kind of a test are you anticipating from them on Saturday?
So listen, I'm not looking at the league table. I know we're on 2 points a game, which is what we need to get on average if we want to achieve what we're setting out to do. Parked out, we've only had 4 games. Yes, they were top of the league. They got beat by Doncaster. They're a good outfit. They've invested well. They've got some really good players. They're strong. So we know we're under no illusions. This is going to be a tough game. But likewise, Gillingham's under no illusions. It's going to be a tough game for them as well. So we're away from home. They're at home. It's going to be a good game. Whoever goes to watch it knows it's going to be competitive. Every Tranmere Rovers team is going to be a competitive one. So the opposition have got to be on it, and I'm sure they will be. I'm sure they will be. We've got to make sure that we're on as well. So it should be a keenly contested game. And you know, sometimes it's fine margins that dictate where a result goes. But for me, it's the process of what we're doing. After the game, can win, lose or draw. We'll learn the lessons from it. Put that one to bed, and then all our focus and energy will be on getting our planning preparation right, ready for the next game, which is another long trip away to Colchester.
Brilliant, thank you very much.